Hey everyone, I'm Crims, and with me is Kyle Pooka Sucevich, and we're the Top Cut, and we're here in round 4 of the World's Tournament. This is Joshua J-Wittz Wittenkeller against Jayson Harry.
Yep. On the left, we have Josh, better known as J-Wittz, I would say. Probably more for his YouTube channel than anything. And this is a chance for him to prove himself against the #1 player in the world, Jayson Harry.
Yeah, Jason's undoubtedly been destroying tournaments this entire season, and he definitely earned that #1 seed.
Yeah, definitely. He got through a bunch of city championships. I don't remember how many he won. I think he won states and regionals, and then top 4 at nationals, so he's just been tearing through all the tournaments. But let's give credit to Josh, too. He also did very well at states and regionals. He took second at 2 states, and he did very well at a regional as well, so this guy's no slouch.
Oh, no doubt about it. Now, Josh did get to go first, which is obviously a huge advantage in this format, and it looks like they're playing the same deck. And not only that, but he's got a collector on his first turn too, so everything's going right for our man.
Yeah, so obviously in this format, and in a mirror match more importantly, going first can decide the game more often than not. So Josh will have the crucial advantage of going first, which can lead to getting your evolutions out first and getting the first real attacks off. So it doesn't always work out that way, but when it does, you put yourself in a big advantage.
Yeah. Now, he had to use a communication and communicate away his Magnezone, so I'm assuming he didn't have the rare candy, and now he gets a Cleffa, which is actually not very good against anything with the Mega in it. Having a baby on your bench is just not good against the linear attack.
Yeah, that's true, but it's even worse not being able to have a good hand, so I think Josh is going to make the right decision here and eke for a new hand of 6.
Exactly. Now, he also had to use his energy to retreat. Also unfortunate, as every energy drop counts in the mirror match when you're trying to be able to attack with Magnezone as early as possible to take your opponent's Magnezone out of the field.
Yep. While this is true, it's important to note that the energy he discarded was a Psychic, meaning this is one of the versions of Mega Magnezone that runs Jirachi, which he'll be able to get that energy back later with Jirachi's power.
Correct. Now, even though Jayson went second, he also got a collector, so both players are going to have a pretty good start here.
Yeah,
I'm going to assume... Exactly. I'm going to assume that he's going to be getting, hopefully not a Cleffa of his own, because we just mentioned how bad it is to have a baby on your bench. But if he gets a good setup with, say, a couple of Magnemites and a Horsey if he runs it, and another Yanma, then he's going to be in good shape.
Yeah, one of the ways to kind of equalize out the fact that you went second is not having to play down your own baby, not giving your opponent a free target. So if Jason's hand is strong enough to not get a Cleffa, he'll be in fine shape.
Now, he does pass, and the Cleffa stays asleep. He does not have a baby in his hand, so I'm just going to assume that he's got a reasonably good hand. And he also has an energy in play to his opponent's no energy. However, J-Wittz does have a rare candy Magnezone on his second turn.
Yeah,
not bad.
Now, if I'm Josh, I'm probably a little skeptical here. I'm thinking, well, my opponent didn't go for a Cleffa, and he didn't take very long to decide not to get that Cleffa. So if I'm Josh, maybe I'm looking for a judge right away.
Exactly. Now, he did attempt a reversal, and it was a tail, so... Oh, there's a switch, so the Cleffa staying asleep is not going to be a big deal, but he did attempt a reversal, and it was tail, so that could have been a chance at sniping away that Magnemite with the energy.
Yeah, so Cleffa staying asleep almost devastated him. He wouldn't have been able to get off the first attack, but thanks to that switch, he gets out of that predicament, and we'll see what he does from here.
Yeah, that's another reversal tail, so again, really unfortunate, but nothing he can do about it.
Yep.
Now we're looking at a junk arm. He's going to be junk arming to, I'm just going to assume another reversal, but that's a Magneton that he's discarding, so maybe he's going for the Magnezone.
Wow.
2 Magnezones on turn 2.
That's not bad.
Yeah, definitely can't complain about that start, I'm sure. So I'm going to assume that he's going to be magnetic drawing. I believe Jayson had a 4-card hand, so he's going to have to play not only the Mega if he gets it, but also one other card from his hand, and he's already attached energy.
Yeah, 4 cards, not really too difficult to get to. He could get a communication and a Mega, or a communication and a Pokemon to fetch a Yanmega, or he could, in this instance, play the Yanmega and one additional card. He does have a spot open for a basic, so we'll see if he can play one down.
There it is. That's a Yanma. Yep, he plays it. So now they're tied up four cards in hand apiece, just as I believe J-Wittz just mentioned. And there it goes. The Yanma gets discarded, and we see the first prize of the game.
Yeah, now, taking that first prize might not always be the greatest idea if your opponent plays twins, but hey, if I'm Jayson, I'm saying, who needs twins? I got my own Magnezone.
That's a Magnezone. Yeah, there it is. That's a Magnezone on the second turn, attaching that Lightning to his Magnezone. So he does have the energy advantage, and it looks like on the next turn he could be able to reversal up his opponent's Magnezone to take a crucial prize.
Yeah, now, Josh did go first, so he had that advantage. Oh, hold on, here's a reversal. Went off the table.
Okay.
We'll see what happens here.
Nope, that's a tails.
So there's a tails.
Even footing.
So, while Josh did go first, he also had to burn his first energy drop to retreat. So, Jayson will have the energy advantage for now, which could end up being pretty crucial.
Looks like Jason's about to equalize the amount of Magnezones in play.
Wow. So, if I'm Josh, after my second turn, I'm thinking I'm probably invincible because I have 2 Magnezones in the Yanmega. And then I look across at my opponent's field, and I'm seeing the exact
2
same
Magnezones.
thing.
I'm pretty sure he's about to see Yanmega too, because I see it in his hand.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say besides, wow, this is going to be a close game.
So we're going to see the Yanmega be dropped, I'm sure. Now, do you go after the Yanmega and just, deal the first Sonic Boom, or do you actually try to damage the Magnezone in your opponent's side of the field?
It depends on how you want to go about it. Eventually, this matchup is going to come down to who can get the most knockouts with Magnezone. Who's going to run out of energy first, who's going to be able to keep rolling through with Lost Burn. So it might be in Jayson's best interest to soften up Josh's Magnezone first. So when that Magnezone comes out, they'll only have to lost zone 2 energy as opposed to 3.
It looked like Jayson was contemplating using a Junk Arm for his reversal, but he decided to copycat instead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to assume that the hand was not ideal because he didn't really have to copycat. He had a 5-card hand at the time.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't see any more options for your hand, so you just play the copycat to get a fresh hand, even though you had even hand sizes already. So I know I've been there before, and I'm sure Jayson made the right play.
Correct. Now it's going to be up to Jayson. He can either Sonic Boom or Linear Attack. And if he does Linear Attack, I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be going after the Magnezone with the energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a big target in its head, man. Look at it. It's actually got a big red target in its head.
Sure does. It's also a big magnet, so life as a Magnezone, it's got to be tough.
All right, so he does go after the Magnezone, which I actually believe is the correct play. He already, he's already got the target on him. So you're going to be going to attack next turn. You might as well try to attack it with and only discard 2 energies instead of 3, or Law Zone 2 energies instead of 3. That's a communication, taking away a Yanma, I believe. So he's going to be going for a Kingdra if he has the rare candy, or a Yanmega if he doesn't. And that would be a Yanmega because he doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, if Josh could get a Kingdra out right now, it would be a huge advantage. He'd be able to start picking off those 50 hit point basics with the additional 10 damage from Spray Splash, but doesn't look like he has that right now.
No, absolutely not. So, at this point, you've got a 1 prize advantage. You've got the same kind of a field in play. You want to get the Kingdra in play, but you never know if you can. Do you just start Sonic Booming now? Or, you start copycatting first, but afterwards, do you just start Sonic Booming and just... Because you also have to... Not only do you have to get through the Magnezones, you have to get through the Yanmegas as well.
Right, now, if we were at even prizes, I would say you're fighting a losing battle. You're 1 step behind already, but since Josh took the first prize, he can afford to basically mirror exactly what Jayson is doing, and that 1 prize buffer will have him come out ahead in the end. So I wouldn't mind seeing him just linear attack the Magnezone with 2 energy on it.
That's a very good point. Now, you have to plan. If you're J-Wittz, you have to plan ahead. You have to understand that you're Magnezone's probably not going to be in play much longer. So you definitely want to get an energy in play, and as soon as possible as well.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I would probably spread my energy to my other Magnezone, just in case. You don't want to put 2 energy on the same Magnezone. I mean, in Jason's case, it was okay, because he wasn't threatened to be knocked out, but... Oh, hold on, we got a reversal. That's a Tails.
Yeah, it's 0 for 3 on reversals for J-Wittz.
Wow. But in Josh's case, he could get his Magnezone with 40 damage on it already. He can get it reversaled, and then if he puts both energy on there, it's going to get knocked out, and he'll be left with no energy in play. So it would be better for him to do just what he did, play the energy on the other Magnezone.
Exactly. So, and now he does linear attack the Magnezone that's probably going to be attacking on this turn.
Mm-hmm.
So he's putting himself in an okay position right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's one step behind in terms of attacking, but he's one step ahead in prizes, so we're still in a pretty even game here.
Exactly. There's really no way to tell who's going to be winning or losing right now.
Oh yeah, it's mirror setups, and Josh also has that Cleffa sitting there on the bench, so you never know.
So let's see here. He's going for a junk arm. I'm going to assume it's going to be for the reversal here. It is going for the reversal, so we'll see what happens. I don't believe that flip worked. Tails. Unfortunate. That no doubt about it that Magnezone would have seen its last days here if it would have been a heads.
Yep. Now, this turn's not over yet. He used the first magnetic draw. He'll have 1 remaining, so we could see another reversal. But we'll have to see how Jayson plays the turn out.
Okay. I see a judge in his hand and a few energies, so not many options.
Now, I see the last card in his hand was a Kingdra, so that leads me to believe maybe his Horsey's prized, otherwise you would have had that Horsey on the bench by now.
Yeah. That's something to note, because if that Horsey's prized, that's going to be a pretty big crippling blow for the next few turns.
Yep, now we do have a judge. Maybe Jayson just didn't like his hand, and he still has 1 magnetic draw left, so maybe...
I think I see a junk arm.
I can't make it out.
All right, well, that judge just noticed that the judge was in play, so irony there.
Yep. And there is J-Wittz.
A little advertising, huh? Never hurts anybody.
Josh taking full advantage of the fact that we are recording his game.
So that was a junk arm, by the way, and he did get a reversal, but I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Josh does have his YouTube channel, the J-Wittz. Runs a cool show called Profit, so check that out if you haven't already. He's a cool guy. Good stuff. So I'll let the advertising slide this time.
No, I like it, man. I think it was great. So he Sonic Booms here. That Sonic Boom deals obviously 70 damage to the opponent's active Pokemon, and now you have the Yon Mega advantage, assuming your Yanma can evolve.
Mm-hmm. So, depends. I mean, here we go. Here's a reversal.
Heads on reversal. That Magnezone. See, that's a pretty weird turn of events. Your opponent was trying to set up that Magnezone himself to be able to knock out yours, but he didn't get the reversal, and now you get to knock out his.
Yeah, I mean, both players were planning the game out as if they could hit a reversal eventually. Josh pulled it off. Jayson didn't have the same luck. So Josh will be the one who hits the reversal, and he'll be the one to strike first blood in the Magnezone war.
All right, so we did see a Rainbow Energy attached to the Magnezone, so that Magnezone will be attacking this turn for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a really interesting situation. You only have to discard 2, or you only have to Law Zone 2 of your energies. Do you Law Zone the 2 from your active away, or do you just leave 1 on the active? That's actually a pretty weird situation that happens actually kind of often.
Yeah, it comes up a lot when you're using a Magnezone deck.
I believe I saw a junk arm, by the way. I don't know what he's junk arming for.
No,
But...
that was a Sage.
Oh, okay. You're right. That was a Sage.
Looks like
and that was a Magnemite, a Collector, and a Sage.
I'm not sure if there was another Sage in there, but we'll see.
Might have been a Dudge. One of those 2.
Could be. But yeah, in this situation, I would probably just remove both the energy from the active, knowing that it's probably